Hey, what's up guys? Jerry here, aka Barnacules, and today we have a bit of a crisis in the Nerd Cave. This is my audio setup that I use for playing music. This is the most important part of that audio setup. Like, ignore this big fancy board thing here, that does stuff too, but this controls the amplifier for my Logitech Z5500s. If you're not familiar with the Logitech Z5500s, they are literally the best computer speakers in the world ever made, uncontested, except for the people that might contest that. At any rate, they're super badass because I have all of the speaker setup. Oh, just ignore that clip speaker. I spliced it in with no knowledge of electrical engineering and it worked, so we'll leave it at that. I've got my 6 speakers all facing forward here. They're all powered by the amplifier. It's on the back of that gigantic subwoofer. Yeah, this thing thumps hard. Well, the problem is you might not be able to clearly see it, but, well, of course you can, because I can edit this and make you clearly see it. That right there used to be the button that turned it on and off. And you can clearly see it is stuck in there, and it no longer turns it on and off. So right now, it is stuck in the on position. So when I go to bed at night, I just turn it down to 0.
And my OCD goes friggin' nuts.
So I figured today is as good a day as any to make another episode of
Jerry Rigged,
where with no knowledge or experience, we just tear stuff apart and see if we can't fix it. Seriously though, it's a button. How hard can it be, really? Now, some of you guys with an ultra keen eye may have noticed that I have a remote control. So you might be like,
why don't you just use the remote control to turn it on and off?
Well, there's one very good reason for that.
Why is that?
there's no batteries in it. Now, for me to get the batteries that this required, I would have to go down one flight of stairs, walk clear to the other side of the house, go into a closet, grab the battery box, and take the batteries out that I need to put into that remote control. And that is simply unacceptable when we can just take it apart and fix it. All right, so anyways, let's try to stay on topic. We need to fix that. So to do that, we need to take that apart. Now, here's the first problem we run into. Well, I'll go ahead and let me take a look at the back of this thing here. You can see on the back of the unit, it has all the different inputs, and it has this, which plugs into the mixer board to get the audio from the PC. This is also the DAC, or digital to analog converter, fancy name for sound card, that plugs into this computer right here, this beautiful, beautiful, magnificent computer that Puget Systems built for me. Oh my God, thank you guys, thank you.
John Bach, I love you.
All right, sorry, back on topic. But anyways, you can see that is not a detachable cable right there. That feeds the power from the amplifier into this and all the control circuits going back and forth and vice versa. So our options at this point are climb under the desk, find the plug, unplug said plug to make it safe, and then tear that apart without any power flowing through it. Option B is we just say the hell with it and opened up with a bunch of electrons going through it and just hope there's no high voltage coming through there.
Option B it is.
You know what, for some good luck, we should probably rub Barnacules' belly here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it helps every time. I don't know, maybe touch a nipple. I don't know. I don't know how Buddha works. Huge thanks, by the way, to the Spectre 3D guys for making this for me. Oh my God. And broke ass Wonder Woman. They're pretty badass. Go follow both of them. So Buddha, we gonna do this?
We sure are, Barnacules.
Damn, you sound sexy. Call me. All right, first we need some tools, guys. We're gonna need screwdrivers. We're gonna be using this iFixit kit right here, and if that doesn't work good enough, we're gonna be using my Craptastic Harbor Freight setup.
Focus, damn it.
And because I suspect we're gonna be dealing with a part that is broken loose, we're gonna be using some super glue today. This right here is the original. You can see that? The original super glue. You don't wanna use the knockoff. You wanna use the original. Honestly, I wanted to use hot glue, but I couldn't find my hot glue gun. All right, let's see what we're dealing with. As you guys can see, this is still powered on. This isn't really ideal.
Give me some cord.
All right, hold up. It's already hotter than hell in here, guys. I'm turning the AC on. I was gonna try to have like clean audio through this whole thing, but that's not gonna happen. We're gonna go ahead and turn on my air conditioner here so we can get some of these fat people cooling particles. I don't know, what are they called, BTUs or whatever? We're gonna get some of these flowing through the room. All right, let's get that fired up. I'll apologize right now if you having to listen to that through the remainder of the video, but it's a lot better than looking at me just like sweating through my shirt going, oh my God, I'm so sweaty.
Oh my God, I'm so sweaty.
Trust me here, guys, I'm doing you a big solid. All right, back to the project.
And you're hurled.
Can you guys see what I'm doing? All right, let's bust this sucker out. Looks like we're gonna need, oh my God, we're just gonna need a Phillips screwdriver bit. Look at that. You know, honestly, I'm kind of shocked by that. I thought this would use like some kind of a Torx bit or something. I don't think we need the extension. All right, let's just go ahead and pop that on. All right, well, hey, good news. Screw 1, just released. Screw 2, just released. Okay, it's not so bad. Now this damn thing is in the way. How do we remove this? So of course, guys, these are different. These are Torx. They couldn't just like go with Phillips everywhere, so I have to get a different bit for those. Hold on. Back into the box. Let's see, which one do I think will fit? I really don't know like what size it is, so I'm just gonna try some stuff. God, how do you even get it in there?
Ladies.
Okay, that one's out. Wow, this thing actually works really good. Go iFixit. don't know if you guys are still in business, but if you are, you know, send me free stuff. We're all just a bunch of whores. All right, there we go. Sorry, I didn't clean up the room today to do this video, guys, because this is completely and totally unplanned, because these seem to be the videos that you guys like. Because whenever I take a bunch of time and I do a good thing,
You guys are making the Barnacules, you sell out those some bitch.
go ahead and take out these last two Phillips screws here. All right, I can feel parts separating. All right, just so I don't lose stuff, let's flip it over and see if we can get the screws to drop out. I only saw 2 drop out, guys. Let me make sure I got them out the rest of the way. If we don't fix it, we'll break it more. And then it'll be K9DHP's problem. He's my electrician friend. He knows how to fix anything I break. Well, if it's already broken, then damn, you're doing it. And back to the action. As you guys can see, it's still powered on. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we can crack this open. Okay, that seemed pretty easy. Oh, all right. So there are electrons, you guys can clearly see here. No magic, we still have electricity going through here. I'm gonna guess by the size of these wires, and correct me if I'm wrong because I am not an electrical engineer, but these wires right here don't look like they could carry any super heavy voltage that's gonna kill me. Now, maybe it combines with some capacitors in here and I get a good jolt and then this video goes viral, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I'm probably relatively safe. Phase 2, the button is behind this board. Now, what I could try to do is just kajigger the button out. Let's see if we can do that. Hold on here. Move this around. Try not to grab the middle bits. No, I'm just kidding. I'm fine. All right, let's see if we can kajigger the button out of there. Come on, kajigger. Spread apart. Okay, there we go. There we have the button. That is the problem piece right there. And just looking at it, I'm gonna guess that it was mounted in these 4 little places. See, there's like 4 little solder joint right there that I think it was mounted and they all broke away because this piece moves freely. See how that piece moves freely? So because those pieces broke away, we're gonna use the super glue to put them back. But I can't very well super glue in that confined space without gluing a bunch of stuff I don't want to glue and ultimately making the button not work at all. So what we're gonna do is try to remove this piece here. I feel like there's something like the force holding this together. What am I missing? Is it the knob? I just yanked the knob off? Hold on here. I've never tried yanking my knob off before. Okay, that was a lie. God, am I really that weak? Let's use this here fully metal razor blade with uninsulated handle to try to jimmy it off there. Don't cut me, don't cut me. Oh, look at that. It worked.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, it catches the light.
Anyways, that sumbitch is heavy. Like, I'm surprised they put some kind of metallic component in that to weight it. It worked! We're separated. Okay, well, we have a soldered cable connecting these 2 points. That is not a cable that can be disconnected, so I don't want to put too much torque on that, because if I do and that comes off,
we're screwed.
All right, the camera may not be straight, but it's also not lesbian. Ooh, this is warm. I just noticed this whole mechanism is warm. All right, so I don't want to mess with this too much. You can, if you guys like that whole inside, you know, like what's going on here. This is a board. That's the volume knob right there that still appears to work. It's also greasy too. There's some grease on there. That would be the IR receiver for the remote control that we're too lazy to get the batteries for, hence why this video was born. This is the LED. You guys see this little LED? That's what the button goes over. The button physically goes over that LED, like so. See, it sits over that LED, so it shines through. And then if you look very, very, very closely, there's a little silver dot. You see that little silver dot there? I'm gonna poke it with something metallic and see if I get electrocuted. Okay, I made a click noise. Oh, see how it turned red? I bet you that means it's off now. Yeah, screen is off. So that is the power button that needs to be hit. That's why it was hard for me to turn it off when the button was dislodged, because it wasn't as simple as just putting pressure down through the hole. You have to get this little itty bitty tiny little zit-sized button to click, and now it's powered back on. But let's go ahead and leave it powered off. Might as well for the rest of this. Now, the goal is we have to get this glued back into the enclosure so that that leg is on that side. So we have to get that glued back into the enclosure over the LED like that, but then glued into the panel that compresses it. And you guys can also see I scratched the ever-living shit out of the plastic on the front of this LED. I don't care. I don't care. We're gonna fix this though. This is jerry-rigged. We fix stuff. We do things. We help people here. All right, so what we need to do is figure out where this button sticks out the front of this panel. Like this. That if I glue it to those 4 little points, all right, well, that appears to be the only way the button wants to go in there. So if I push down on the 4 corners, I now have a responsive button. See that? Now the problem is if you don't glue it in there and you just sandwich it all back together, it's just gonna pop out again. So we do have to glue it. Oh, and by the way, if you guys didn't know, I recently cracked a rib. I've been talking about it over on my Patreon. If you guys wanna see behind the scenes what's going on with me, I'm obviously not gonna make videos on my cracked rib here on the main technology channel.
Because that would be silly.
But Hobbs sent me a card because he knew that I hurt because I have a cracked rib. I have a cracked rib right now, but painkillers are making this video way more funny than it should be. And it's making my rib not hurt. I love you, Pfizer. Oh yeah, you too, GlaxoSmithKline. I think you manufacture one of my drugs. seconds. I don't know, I've lost track. All right, back to the project. Okay, I think we got everything laid out here in a very, very nice, sterile environment. Okay, super glue. Now this is the part where we inevitably glue our fingers together and this video gets interesting. Now this super glue here, I don't know, maybe all super glue comes this way, but it has a collar that prevents it from being punched. See, there's like a little thing in there. I call it the caulk ring. And I'm gonna zoom this in, man. Here, we'll put in some epic music or something too while we're doing this, you know, just in case I inevitably it up.
Zoom, 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 zoom.
Those are the 4 points where we need to put a little bit of super glue. And then just for good measure, I'm gonna dump a bunch more super glue on it because why the hell not? And look, since Hobbs sent me a get well soon card, we can put that under it to catch any extra super glue. I'm sure he won't mind. And check it out, guys. We can even reuse the caulk ring. Maybe for a gerbil. We're gonna put that under the edge just so the button can push through a little bit. There we go. My God, this might be like the most straightforward jerry-rigged ever. Now you always wanna test your glue on a get well soon card. Whoa, too much. All right, we're good. We got glue. Now I have a couple of options. I can either dip it in there, or I guess I could just put glue in these little holes. Let's just go ahead and put a little bit of glue over each one of these nubbins. I just realized down in the garage I have stuff that makes super glue dry really fast. That's an activator, but I couldn't be bothered to get it. This is where it gets scary, guys. We're just drop that right on there, just like that. Okay, and we're gonna push, and hope that I put the super glue in the right spots. Or is it staying? Shit! I got a plan B. Put more glue on there. We're just gonna build a glue wall that encompasses. Hot glue would have worked so much better. Well, until it heated up, then it would have given out. All right, so I have now completely soaked this thing. Oh, that was a bad maneuver. Okay, push down. That's why it's called jerry-rigged. We just learn as we go. All right, now hopefully I didn't put so much super glue on that the button is now super glued in place, because that would be bad. All right, so we should probably make sure the button still moves.
Shit.
All right, guys, so the activator stuff I was talking about is right here. It's a BSI Corp. You basically spray it on CA glue, and it pretty much instantly sets it. It smells really good, but it's highly toxic, so I don't know why they made it smell really good. All right, let's check and see if it's sticking on its own, because it's been about 5 minutes. Okay, it's a little tacky. You know what? For good measure, we're going to go ahead and just hit her with another blasteroo on each corner, because I really don't want to break this open again. Let's go ahead and just juice it good along the edges. We're taking this to whole new levels of glue. Okay, we've used like half a bottle of glue on that. And now for the magic stuff. This stuff is awesome. Watch this. You guys ready? That stuff usually works really quick. It smells like brain cancer. If I am correct, that should have instantly hardened the glue. Although, as you can clearly see now, the button is glued in place. Damn it! All right, well now the button doesn't work because it's glued. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to break it loose. All right, now I did what I didn't want to do, and that is I glued the button in place. I just wanted to glue the armature around the button, but I just used too much glue. I just got glue all over the underside of my hand, so I have to be very careful not to touch that to anything. Crap. So we're gonna try first. We're gonna see if we can overcome the properties of the super glue simply by just pushing the button really hard. Oh! Ha! I am a genius. All right, I need to work it until the super glue has fully dried. See how it's not going back down when I push it? Maybe I need to lube it. So I put it against the back plate, you guys see like that, and let's see if it works. Okay, that's on. It's off. It's on. It's off. It's on. That's off. It is working, so the button does have enough force to rebound it. So let's go ahead and sandwich it back together. I think those go like that. Wait, is it working now, or is it not working? Damn it, it's stuck again. All right, so we need to find something to clean that out with. Hold on. All right, I found an ice pick tool. I'm gonna go ahead and just run that around the perimeter here. Clean out around this button.
Don't stab myself, don't stab myself.
Well, there is glue coming out of there. Remember, jerry-rigged is in no way the correct way to do something. It's just a way of doing things. All right, let me try cleaning out the back a little bit. I think I got some schmooze on there. Okay, so I went way too buck wild with the glue. The proper thing to do would have been to just use a little bit of glue and a little bit of activator, instead of just blasting the whole thing like I was Ron Jeremy. If you got that reference, comment below. Do we have better movement now? Okay, let's sandwich it back together. Still haven't been electrocuted. All right, is it working? No, the button is stuck down. Shoot. Well, Jerry, you really f***ed this one up. Gonna make it work, just simmer down. Okay, guys, so the problem is I got too much schmooze in the hole, and it's like you can see it all the way, focus, all the way in there on the edges in there. So I'm gonna have to get a razor blade and just kind of work on it and get it clean again. Otherwise it just gets wedged in there from it. Gotta get in there and just use a pick to get all this freaking super glue off the button that I put on there. So after doing all that work, the little button broke off, the 2 prongs, so now I have to super glue those. Typical jerry-rigged all the way. We're gonna make it work though. Never give up, never surrender. Unless it's bedtime or dinner or dessert time or something good's on TV.
But none of those things are happening right now, so we're good to go.
If you didn't do all the mistakes I did in this video, you will be doing much better. But we're gonna make it work, because if you break something, you just keep on fixing it and fixing it and fixing it, and eventually it'll either work or go in the dumpster. All right, I'm gonna start off by using a razor blade here, cutting away from myself, just to get all this extra glue off of the button that I unfortunately put in hardener on. And I don't wanna use like acetone or something to remove the glue, because if I do that, then I'm probably gonna take off the finish of the button, which I've pretty much already done. Ah, shit. Ah, man, this is not going well at all. I bent the little leg. We're not giving up. This is gonna work. I would like to note that this is still completely powered on the entire time I'm doing this. All right, so we gotta clean out that hole just a little bit more. I'm gonna use a razor blade to do that. This is gonna be so scratched up when I'm done. All right, we've reamed her out good. Guys, I just noticed something really cool about this tool. It's got a little rasp integrated into it. I just noticed that. Wish I had noticed that about 10 minutes ago. So we can clean out the hole. That I created my own problem. Seriously though, I love you, computer. I love you. All right, maybe I can use the rasp on this too. Get that extra glue off there. Don't stab myself in the finger. You guys cringing while I'm doing this? Comment below if you're cringing through this entire thing, because I'll be honest, I'm cringing. Jerry rigs usually don't go this bad, but that's okay, because bad is good. And if it works in the end, it just makes it that much sweeter. That is by no means even remotely smooth. So we still have this little bent leg here to deal with. I mean, we literally went from stitches to open heart surgery on this project. All right, my final plan is to see if just 1 prong is enough to hold it in place, and if I can get it to work, because there's no way I'm getting that baby prong back on there. There's no way. All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie, things aren't going well, but we're gonna go ahead and enact Plan D, which is pure desperation and improvisation. Who here remembers that little caulk ring from earlier from the super glue? Well, I seem to figure since I busted that leg off and I can't get it to super glue back on there for shit, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this little ring and we're gonna jam it over the top of that nub. There's like just a little bit of a nub left. I'm gonna put it down there in an angle. I probably could cut it and do a better job, but like I said, this is jerry rigged. We're just trying to get her done. Okay, we're gonna jam her down in there. Come on, get in there. You can see it has 3 points of contact over the nub. Now I just got to get that glued in place and make sure it doesn't move when I activate it. I'm really starting to think I shouldn't have touched Buddha's nipple. I think that's where we went wrong. You got to focus on the belly. As soon as you focus on the nipple, then bad things happen. By the way, you guys should be following me on Instagram. I update it with all my failures while I'm shooting the video, so often you get to see stuff before it even comes out in the video. Oh yeah, and my Patreon. It's linked in the video description. $1 a month. It keeps the trolls out, so I can just blow endless amounts of sand out of my mangina and don't have to worry about people retaliating. It is a wonderful thing. But feel free here on YouTube to retaliate all you want in the comments. I realize that that's part of the experience. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna goober some super glue on these 2 sides only. Right there, like that. And then I'm gonna goober a little bit of super glue on the back side here. As it turns out, super glue is not the right thing for this job. Hot glue would have been a million times better, guys, honestly. All right, we'll go ahead and give it a little rush squirty squirt from Orbit here. You're supposed to use this stuff very sparingly, according to Bill Duran at Punished Props. He's like, you don't need a lot of it. You don't need a lot of it, too much of it, brain cancer. A little bit of it, kind of smells good, gets the job done. By the way, if you guys are interested, I will link all this stuff, the iFixit kit, this stuff, the glue. I'm gonna shill hard. All these affiliate links will be down in the video description if you'd like to buy any of this crap and attempt to screw up your own project. So in theory, I should not be able to move this ring. Ooh. Oh, no, it moved. It moved. It wasn't good yet. I was impatient, and now I'm paying for it.
Please don't stick to my finger. Please don't stick to my finger.
Why is the super glue plastic impervious to super glue? Actually, it just kind of occurred to me that if you were gonna make packaging material, you wouldn't want it to stick to the material you're trying to. Shit. It's sticking to me, all right. Shit. I just stuck myself. Yeah, I should probably make sure the button's still working, and it isn't. This is driving me nuts, guys. This is driving me knuckin' to the futs. I give up. All right, I'm not gonna lie, things are not going very well. I had to take a break and just chill out and come back to it, but I decided to sand down the button. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of futzing with this leg, because I've screwed this whole thing up with way too much glue and being impatient, I'm gonna break that off, and instead we're gonna use a piece of zip tie right here. I'm gonna cut off a piece of zip tie, and we're actually gonna use that as the retainer for the button. And that'll allow me to keep the glue far away from we're just gonna stop this button from working. This is the most complicated, uncomplicated jerry rig I've ever done. So if you guys enjoy this video and want more like it, please by all means leave a comment, hit that like button and subscribe. I would appreciate it more than ever right now.
Ever.
Hey Hobbs, your get well soon card is actually like working out really, really well, buddy. Thank you for sending this. It's been helpful in this video. And it will now be immortalized on the internet. Oh, you know what? I just realized I'm not being careful these ribbon cable connections. Ooh, I don't want those to fail. I gotta be really gentle. See that little ribbon cable? If that tears off, I mean, it's game over. All right, so nice and slow. Take deep breaths, Jerry. I'm gonna take this ordinary zip tie right here. We're gonna go ahead and cut a strip about... I want it to have enough that it can flex, so I'm gonna cut it right about there with my super dull ass razor blade. So what I've decided is, since all the legs are broken off of the button here, you can see the legs are both busted off. And there is one residual leg here still. So I guess it could kind of help with the alignment of the button, so I'm gonna leave it. So I'm gonna drop the button in the hole. The peg has to face forward, just like that. Now, if I did my job right, it should move freely. And it does.
Until I dump 5 more gallons of super glue.
Now the problem is, now I have to align it properly, manually, because the keyed places where things attached are no longer keyed. Now what I'm gonna do is the retainers, I'm gonna use this zip tie, although I have a little bit of a strategy. I'm gonna use some 400 grit sandpaper, and I'm gonna get it nice and chewed up. I'm gonna sand the inside here, because I want the super glue to adhere really, really, really good. Sand it down to its bare black metal or black plastic underneath. You guys can see there where it says Z5500. I don't know if you guys can see that on the video. Okay, so I'm gonna sand that down really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay it across, and I'm gonna glue it on that side. And now, when I push the button, if I glue it on that side too, it should retain. Oh, but it might turn. I may have to glue it to the button, but see it moves a little bit? So, because I'm gonna leave a little bit of flex in the zip tie and see what happens here. The hardest part is gonna get this side of the glue. I'm actually gonna turn it around so the ribs are over here on this side. Let me sand in there. Hold on, I gotta rough it up so there's something for the super glue to stick to, because super glue hates smooth surfaces. All right, that's pretty scuffed up. You guys, can you see that? I scuffed it up in there. So what we're gonna do is a test. I'm gonna put a little glue over here. I'm gonna put a little bit of activator on this side. Let me just do it right here. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna jam that sumbitch down there and hold it. Watch this break 10 seconds after I put it back together. Much better. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna dry some of that out of there. Okay, I'm gonna do a little test. Just about give it a little push. See if I hold it down on that side. There we go. It pushes and it rebounds. Yes. Now what we gotta do is get this side, right about there. So we're gonna go ahead and hopefully you guys can still see. I'm gonna put some glue underneath the strap right here. We're gonna go pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Totally put the glue in the wrong spot. That's okay. It's okay, plenty of glue. Plenty of glue. Go around the corners. Try not to get it on my hand. Okay, get our little spike. Okay, this stuff's awesome. If you guys are way too lazy to wait for super glue, this stuff is awesome usually when I use it right. Right there and right there. Hard as I can, because I want it to bond, I want it to like melt into the plastic. And it seems like the cyanacrylate, which is the, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but super glue, it does like to bite into certain plastics and melt them. So you can actually get a really, really good chemical bond between two things. Oh, nope, just popped off. Son of a bitch. All right. You know what that means? That just means we didn't put enough glue in there. More glue. I'm sure I sprayed enough activator on there, but you could always use a little more. The truth is, if you want the parts to be really strong, you don't want to use that activator stuff. You want to let it cure on its own. It's just if you need to hold something in place. So I'm doing everything in this video pretty much has been wrong. So far it's staying put. You don't see the inside. Wouldn't hurt to put another gallon of super glue on there. Let's even throw some more on this side. Pretty sure you can't overdo it. Oh shit, I lost the cap. Now hopefully the button doesn't twist. That's my biggest fear, is that the button is gonna twist as I push it and it's gonna come off of the button. We'll see, let's let it cure for a little while. That seems strong. That seems nice and strong. I guarantee you nobody has done it this way before. I want to let it dry a little bit more before I put any force on it. Dude, that button looks so ugly now. Now I got a reason to just 3D print a whole new button assembly. But guys, that's what jerry rig's about. Like, I have no plan going into this. Just tear it apart, try to figure it out, you know, and if you mess it up, just keep going until it works. And if it doesn't, then go find somebody more qualified or find a different YouTube video. Get some of that activator out of there. All right, now for the test. Does the button have any flex? You guys see that the button? It is pushing up that little rod. When I push the power button, it is pushing up ever so slightly. But the question is, when it's sandwiched against the board, is that enough? That's what we're gonna find out right now. Oh, am I that dumb? I am that dumb. I just did something incredibly stupid. Do you know what it is? Well, you see, there's an LED right there. See that little LED? That little LED's got to poke through that button, and it has no way to poke through there now. So now I got to auger out a freaking hole in the zip tie so that thing can fit through there. I say create a problem, solve a problem. Create a problem, solve a problem. Isn't that right, Barnacules?
That's right, Jerry. That's so right.
You're so kind and just. So let me show you guys a little bit of what I did. So I went ahead and just punched a hole through the zip tie and then found a Phillips screwdriver about the right size and just literally went all Indian fire starter on it until I punched all the way through, which I think I did. I can verify that. I think I got a little super glue in there. Then I super glued another piece across here because this little leg just needed a little bit more support. This is literally the most over-engineered mechanism ever. And I'm sure that after you guys watch this video, there's gonna be 1,000 comments been like, bro, you could have just like stuck a packing peanut in there like this, bro, and like it would have worked. And the honest truth is it would have, probably. Alright guys, I think it's time to put this together and see if it actually works. Warning, it is ugly as shit. I'm not self-conscious about being fat. I'm self-conscious about other people calling me fat. So please guys, whatever you do down in the comments, please don't mention my weight, okay? I'm serious, it hurts my feelings and takes away from my self-worth. But if you can't resist yourself, at least leave a like. Alright, is this working? Okay, so the button is moving. First of all, let's sandwich these back together. And let's see if we can get the LED to line up with my little hole that I made. Oh, and it does. It does. Okay. All right. Pop in. Mary Poppins, why don't you pop into me?
That sounded bad.
This is going to be so stiff. All right, turn around. Don't get electrocuted. Don't get electrocuted. Don't get electrocuted. Off. God, I hope that gets softer. Like, I'm gonna have to literally hold the unit to push it because it takes so much force. All right, good enough. It doesn't even look like a power button anymore. All right, let's see if we can get those all jammed back in this nice little package here. This has gotta be the worst video I've ever made. And that's somehow now making it fun. Like the craziness, I'm starting to feel like the Joker in Batman. All right, so we gotta figure out which side the little volume control, or sorry, the little headphone jack's on. And then I'm guessing that pops out this side. Did I somehow make this difficult? I think I did. It is currently powered off, according to the LED. Oh, the LED lined up with the hole. Yes. Yes. Make sure everything lines up. Oh, there we go. All right, let's do a quick little test. Power on, power off. Power on, power off. Power on, power off. All right, the button only works if you push on the top of it, but you know what? Good enough for government work. I scratched the shit out of the front of this thing. All right, this video is gonna end up being like an hour-long jerry-rigged. All right, screw number 1 going in. Okay, we're good. Screw number 2 going in. Oh shit. I'm so punch drunk right now. Sometimes when you're shooting a video like this and it takes 10 times longer than you expected and everything goes wrong and you're forced to take a bunch of breaks, it starts making you just like, I don't know, you start going a little wacky. Just a little bit wacky tobacky, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so that's put back together. What else? Okay, knob. We gotta put the knob on. All right. Okay, we got a knob. Power on. Power off. Power on. Power off. Power on. Power off. Well, the button actually works much better now that it's all screwed together. God, that looks so ugly, though. Oh my God, compared to the way it used to look, I'm gonna have to... I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to get like some paint and mask this and like paint it now or something so it doesn't look... I mean, the light isn't even right there. Oh well, it is what it is. This is jerry-rigged. It's about function, not form. Form is for people that care. All right, now we want to reattach this. So we need that weird bit. You know where that weird bit went? These like little square ones. What are these? Put that on the back. This is like a really heavy base on this thing too, which is good because now I need it to actually push the power button. You know what, this little iFixit tool set, if it's not too expensive, I have no idea how expensive it is. You guys all check my link in the video description. But so far, this thing's good. I can actually get good torque on it. And it even has this. I've never seen this on one of these little levers before. So what you can do is put something through it and use it as a breaker bar. So like if the screw's too tight, you can just jam that through it and be like, I mean, that's cool, simple feature. By the way, iFixit is not a sponsor. A friend of mine gave me this toolkit, I think, a long time ago. All right, now we're back together. Now we're gonna plug in where'd the audio jack go? Oh, right here. All right, so here's the audio jack that comes out of the DAC. So this comes out of the mixer board, the Yamaha MG10XU. By the way, if you guys are interested in that, I'll have a link in the video description. A lot of people ask about that. All right, we're gonna plug into channel 1. For the moment of truth. For truth. Hey, little Barnacules, you think it's gonna work? By the way, guys, there's going to be a pair of 2080 Supers going into this thing. Finally getting some RTXs coming up soon. First of all, can I turn it on without having to hold the unit? Does it require more pressure than just desk clamping force? Let's see. Yes. So now I have to hold the bottom of it because it just, it used to be you barely had to touch it. Now you have to rail on it. Powered on. Got to work it in. Powered off. Powered on. Powered off. Powered on. It's pretty janky. My little zip tie solution does in fact work. All right, now the question is, after messing with all the wires inside, is it going to actually play sound? So let's see, we need to put it on the input of the first one, stereo 1, stereo X2, that's gonna tell it to play through all 6 speakers. Well, technically 4, but 2 of them I have ganged together. I think all the audio's set there. All that's left to do is to pull up a sound file and see if it works. It's called Ice Cream by Joey Picaro. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. So it appears to be working. All right, let's come over here and do the cursory checks. Oh, cracked a little there. It's because I overdrove it. Hold on. All right, so let's test the volume, make sure it's working. Hear that rattle? I gotta get rid of that rattle in the room. All right. If you guys didn't know, YouTube has a full library of royalty-free music. I highly recommend using it in your videos so that you don't get copyright striked. But I have audio. It's working. You can see? Speaker there. Speaker there. Speaker there. Okay, they're all working. Come on over here, let's check. We're in stereo X2, that's the mode we're supposed to be in. Let's check the volume. Nice. It's making my lights rattle on the ceiling. That's what it's supposed to do. Maybe we'll do a video on that later on how to get that noise down. All right, volume works, we're good there. The inputs, I don't care about effects and mute. I don't care if any of that crap's broke. All right, so the question is now, can we turn it off? And there it is, red, powered off. How do you turn it back on? And we're good. So I can still do it with one hand. The only problem is it used to have a really light button push. Like you'd touch it and it would just be like click, click. Now you gotta actually put your hand around the back of it and pinch it with like lobster claw force. But that's because I used that zip tie and it was a little too robust. I should have cut that zip tie in half. First and foremost, I wanna say that took a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought this was gonna be a simple jerry-rigged video. Pop it open, couple drops of super glue and be done with it. It ended up being an absolute nightmare, mostly because of mistakes I made. But hopefully those mistakes, you learned something from them, if nothing else, just how not to do it. And in the end, we did get it working. There's a lot of room for improvement. I'd love to hear what you guys think down in the comments. And if you guys like this series in general, go watch the other jerry rigs I've done in the past. Also, I'm going to be at LTX 2019 coming up right around the corner if we haven't already missed it by the time you watch this video. And also, if you guys are interested in any of the products shown in the video or anything else for that matter, or my merch, like my beautiful shirt here, please check the video description. All the links are down there, and I hope to see you guys in future videos. Hey, Barnacules, you think you'd go a little easier on me next time, buddy? Because that was f***ing brutal. F***ing brutal. This bad boy.